Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk about Revenue Coin. Now, Revenue Coin is very, very interesting. It's very fascinating as a business model. And I think you're going to find this quite interesting, and I certainly did. So, it's the world's first tokenized revenue-based ecosystem. Now, imagine being on the board of an organization that has all these different startups under its umbrella. And you, as the shareholder, get a voting right on who gets taken next, how the revenue is shared, all of that across all these different businesses that this particular organization supports. Now imagine no more, because this is the world's first tokenized revenue-based ecosystem. So holders fund high-tech companies to scale. Startups receiving funding allocate up to 10% of the revenue to the systematic purchase of Rvc from the market, reducing supply and increasing the value. It has been seen on Cointelegraph, Crypto Potato, Crypto News. It's gone out in a lot of places. And I'm going to share with you some of the key things about why this ecosystem makes sense. Now, the Revenue Coin is a BEP20 token, an integral part of the revenue capital ecosystem, which supports promising high-tech companies. So, when we break it down, I love this image, right? Because it makes it very, very simple to follow. You have investors. The investors, then the investments from the investors go into revenue capital. The funding of the selected startups. So from the investor money, it goes into revenue capital. All the money goes into the different startups which are part of the ecosystem. Then 10% of the revenues goes for purchasing the revenue coins and reducing their supply by burning them, increasing the value of the token. Now, listing of the revenue coin on crypto exchanges as well. And then the whole cycle continues again. This is the way of the future when it comes to building businesses like this. So long gone are the days of back in the day how things used to be done. This is the new way. It's a better way to do things. So the community buys revenue coins, right? So step number one. The blockchain technology allows to reduce cost of the formalities related to the purchase of tokens. Transaction security is ensured by the Rvc smart contract, which has been audited by external companies. Then you move on to step number two. The capital goes to young companies. So projects embarked by funding are selected by the company and revenue capital experts. Companies agree to transfer part of future revenue for the purchase and burning of revenue coins. That is obviously part of their terms and conditions of coming on board. The companies grow and their revenues increase by providing funding and knowing that, investing in good companies. Then the company makes money. That money goes into burning the token, and the whole cycle continues again. So it's important to choose, the right companies. They've got a couple of options here, of companies which are already on board. And so then the tokens get purchased from the market. So revenue from the companies as part of the ecosystem are used for the systematic buyback and burning of tokens. This reduces the supply of the market while increasing their value, generating profits for revenue coin holders. Amazing. Simple, to the point. And the key is obviously for the tokens and for the companies that are used, the startups to be good startups. And that's where the model comes in. Now, what are the benefits of the token holders, the Rvc token holders? Well, you got exchangeability. Revenue coin will be listed on major cryptocurrency exchanges, guaranteeing its exchangeability with other currencies on these exchanges. Hidden products, so only revenue coin holders will be able to access special offers from new products to unique configuration of price offers of existing products. The voting rights, so revenue coin holders will have a say in making decisions as to which subsequent or prospective project will receive funding from revenue capital. Liquidity, revenue coin will be tradable on both centralized and decentralized exchanges. And the payment function. So Revenue Coin will exist as an internal means of payment within the Revenue Capital ecosystem. So huge benefits across the board for holding the token. What I like about it as well is that it steps away from everything being reliant on cryptocurrency and everything being reliant on blockchain. As we know, the bull run will not go forever. So having an ecosystem like this that is with traditional high net worth valuable startups ensures the longevity of your investment as well. And it is a deflationary fixed supply smart contract, which has already been done and it's already been, confirmed. Now the tokenomics as well, so the mechanism and the future of the Revenue Coin, the growth factors. So, as we look towards, like a traditional company, right? So the average daily trading volume of cryptocurrencies in USD, it's only going to continue to increase. And hopefully, the companies that are part of this model are good companies and they grow as well. So the value, there's a cool calculator that you can use here. So the annual growth rate of all revenue capital projects, the annual growth in trading on exchanges, and then you got the share of revenue capital projects in trading on exchanges. And then you can see, at the beginning, it would be worth 0.49 USD. After 2 years, the coin would be worth $1.22 USD. After 5 years, 461. After 10 years, 42.93. And after 20 years, it would be worth this much. But let's say that the annual growth in the actual projects is bigger. Let's say that they nail it, right? And they go for 30. And let's say that the annual growth in trading on exchanges is 30. That changes the calculator. So all of a sudden it starts to get better and better and better. And share of revenue capital projects in trading on exchanges, let's say it goes to that, then you're looking at, different figures. So interesting calculator from that point of view, and you can definitely have a play and, check it out. From a portfolio perspective as well, Xeria, Skyrocket, just two to name a few. And it is open call for startups. So they can join the system and apply to see if they can actually be a part of it. The funding and distribution of the tokens as well. So it's very, very interesting, this particular model. So investments in prospective startups are 80% of the total. So there are two sides to this. So you got the token distribution and the fund distribution. So from a token distribution, you got all the numbers here. And from a fund distribution, you got all the scale there, which is 80% goes all into the startups, 10% for operating activities, 5% for marketing, and 5% for liquidity reserve. And the roadmap is quite extensive, as you can imagine, because there's a lot of things happening. So I highly encourage you to check that out. There's a lot of frequently asked questions that are answered on here as well. And the team as well, right? So go check them out on LinkedIn, right? I did. There's a lot of them on here. So I definitely encourage you to do that. There's quite a number of advisors, as there has to be for these type of projects. And again, check them all out. I did, right? I checked every single one of these LinkedIn accounts to make sure. And from research perspective, of course, you have to follow the Twitter, stay up to date with what is going on. It's really, really important. Like really, really, really important, especially for a project like this, because it's going to be involved with all these different startups and all these different exchanges. It's going to be very, very important. Now they are listing as an initial exchange offering on Kanga on December 10. So this will be massive, right? December 10 will be really, really important. Now there is a 47-page white paper. That's how complex this ecosystem is. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You got to read this thing, especially if you're going to be involved with Revenue Coin. Especially. You really, really need to get a very good understanding on what you're up to because of the complexity of this particular project. It is complex. It is not simple. You got to do your homework. Now, the panel and everything, right? There are already 88 investors which are currently buying. From a Telegram point of view, this is where it's at. Please make sure that you join the Telegram group to stay up to date, especially with the initial exchange offering coming up on Kanga. And if you've seen some videos on here about this particular exchange, this is how I first found out about this particular organization, is through just having the Twitter alerts from Kanga, and then I started to do my own research. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Like, this is actually really, really interesting. Now, it is very, very important when it comes to a token like this, an organization like this. You know, these things on Kanga Exchange go within 4 seconds. So make sure that you're there. Make sure that you're there when it counts, and make sure that you're ready to go, so that you can get the most out of it. And of course, being of the kind of roadmap that this particular project has, all the different partners, all the different media that has already spoken about it, it's gonna go really, 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 really fast. But as an organization, I think this is brilliant, and I think you're gonna see a lot more of this come up in the world. And so what's really important is go through the website, check out everything, go on Telegram, make sure you sign up, alerts on all social media profiles so that you can stay up to date with what's going on. And if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.